My name is Chidakwa. I'm a Member of Parliament in Zimbabwe, Harare. I represent Mavukuta Fara constituency, which is an old location, an old suburb. I am a social and economic justice ambassador with Afrodad and Zimbabwe Coalition and Data and Development. I am also a tax justice activist and also a debt and accountability champion in Parliament. Of course, I'll start with how the participants responded. It was a positive response, and I think they were all waiting for that presentation because they wanted to hear what strategies can we then implement to have a good relationship between civil society and Parliament. And some of the things that I've highlighted in that presentation were the issues of importance of civic engagement, and also the mechanisms that can be used to have a good relationship between civil society and parliaments. So these were the major highlights of the presentation. However, in that presentation, we were trying to highlight that civil society, in my view, they have in their engagement agenda or process, they have tried, and in my view, we have more than 5 steps of engagement, maybe 6 or 7 steps of engagement, and the civil society, in my view, they've only done 2 steps, which is the citizen engagement and the parliament engagement. But we can go further if we want to have a proper engagement with the global actors. So we have to go further to engage the Speaker of Parliaments, because they play a very important role because they preside over all the parliaments. We want to go further to engage the ministers, because the executive always brings the laws or the bills to the House, and they also have a final say in terms of drafting and implementing laws and policies. And also we have to go further to engage the presidents, the African presidents. Why are we not bringing them together to have a common understanding? Maybe what we are talking here today, they don't have access to that information. Maybe if you give a minister the information, if you give a parliamentarian the information, it will stay in his office. If you give the minister, it will stay with his permanent secretary. Let's target the president, and also eventually, let's target the globe. Let's have one conversation, the whole globe. Let's have an African conversation, so that we iron out everything and we then realize the importance of engagement, and we have the Africa we want. Because we have an agenda already, which is already set. It's the Agenda 2063 that talks about the Africa we want. And this is an opportunity that we are given to say, let's sit down, let's talk about these issues and find a way forward. Civil society are the actors, they act on behalf of our citizens. We are actors, we act also on behalf of citizens, but in policy making level. So the information that we are getting here today, it has got so much impact in my drafting, in my programming, and in my thinking as well. So summer school, not only this year's summer school, I think including all the previous summer schools, I think they've produced a very good results. Because after the 2020 summer school, I then went to Parliament and introduced a motion on illicit financial flows, realizing that Africa is bleeding, and Africa in general is bleeding, and Zimbabwe in particular is also bleeding. And I was trying to highlight that and try to proffer solutions as to how best as a nation can we curb IFF, illicit financial flows, the techniques, and its manifestation as well. How does IFF manifest? So yeah, these are very important and informative platforms that I think going forward we should have more of these conversations.